We understood how we are supposed to solve and find out the structure for alkanes. Similarly, we will do it for alkenes also. Same procedure it is. First, we will find out for ethene. Okay. First step, what do you do is you divide the word. So you have the prefix as ETH and the suffix as ENE. Okay, according to the prefix, we know that N will be equal to 2 because ETH is equal to 2. Okay, and you have ENE as a suffix, which means that this is going to be an alkene because it's ENE. Okay, now what do you do is your N is equal to 2, so it means that we have 2 carbons we are supposed to write first. Now, because it is an alkene, it is going to have a double bond. So what do you do first is you add a or you put a double bond between the 2 carbons which you have written. Okay, and then what do? You try to fill up the remaining space. Now here, if you look at the first carbon, it has already used up 2 bonds here. So how much is remaining? From 4, if 2 goes, 2 remains, and that we have put here. Similarly, for this carbon, 2 bonds are already used, it has 2 remaining, so these are the 2 bonds it will get. Now what do? How much ever bonds you have put, you cover it up with hydrogen because it's a hydrocarbon. Alright, so what is my formula going to be? It's going to be C2 because I have 2 carbon and 1, 2, 3 and 4. So C2H4 is my formula for ethene. Let us check if this is correct. Alkene has a formula of CnH2n. N is 2, so we substitute C2H2 into 2, C2H4. So C2H4, this is correct. Okay, now another way of representing this thing can be, instead of writing C2H4, you can also write H2C double bond CH2, that is H2C, that is this part. Double bond came as it is, and CH2, that is what you have written. So if you write this also or if you write this, both ways it is correct. Alright, now let's look at another example. Propene. Okay, what do you do first? You divide the word according to your prefix, that is according to PROP. Your N will be equal to 3, and you have ENE. According to the suffix, it's alkene. So N is equal to 3, so you first put 3 carbons because N is 3. Okay, now it is an alkene. That doesn't mean that I put both places I put double bond. I put any one place only. So suppose if I put a double bond here between 1, that double bond is over. No need of putting another double bond. One double bond is enough in the molecule. Alright. Now what do you do between these two? You put a single bond. Understanding? So first what do? I'll repeat this again. Based on the number of carbon, you write the number of carbon first. If it is an alkene, what do? You know ENE means it's a double bond, so you put one double bond anywhere. You can either put it here or put it here. It remains the same. This formula will remain the same. It will not change. Okay. So what do? I have put a double bond here, and wherever the double bond, now the double bond is already put, so no need of putting it here. So I fill it up with a single bond. Alright. Now what do? Now you fill up the bonds surrounding this compound. Look at the first carbon. I already have 2 bonds used here from 4. Okay, so how many remaining? 2. So 1, 2, 3 and 4. So the first carbon is complete. Now look at the second carbon. I have 1, 2 and 3 bonds are already used up. I have 1 remaining. Okay. Now here 1 bond, this third carbon has already given 1 bond. You have 1, 2, 3 remaining. Now we'll just check this once again. Look at the first carbon and you'll just count the number of bonds surrounding it. First carbon, you have 1, 2, 3, 4. That's correct. Look at the second carbon, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's correct. Third carbon, 1, 2, 3 and 4. That is also correct. Now wherever you have put a bond, put hydrogen. Alright, so now put the formula 1, 2, 3. You have C3 and H is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. H is 6. So C3H6 is the formula I have got. I'll just check if this is correct. CnH2n it is. N is 3, so I'll write C3H2 into 3. So that is C3H6. So C3H6 I've got. Here also C3H6. It is correct. Now instead of writing this, what do? Try writing it in this way. Okay, just try that. I have H2 and C, so I write H2C. I have a double bond, so I'll put a double bond. I have CH, so I write CH. I have a single bond, so I put a single bond. I have CH3, so I write CH3. Propene can also be written as C3H6 or it can be written as CH2, CH3. In both ways it is correct. I hope this is clear.